Hello everyone, and happy better new year to everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you to my new subscribers, and thank you as always to my constant followers, whom I appreciate very much. Now there is a little clue here on my desktop as to what I am going to be sharing today, and starting the new year with a project, a design team project for Artymaze. Doesn't seem like a bad way to start it, and I am using her most recent kit, which is called Purple Medley. And as a not particularly purple person, I have to say I have thoroughly enjoyed putting what I've put together, if that makes sense. Oh dear, there's no great mystery, it's just a little envelope folder, just to give you a bit of a spoiler alert there. But I did want to share some of these gorgeous images that I haven't yet used. The colours are very soft, very pastel, and you know, you have your backing papers as always. Andrea coordinates everything wonderfully. Various sized tags, butterflies, little tab tops for your pages if you like to use them. Excuse the shadow as always. Two different coloured butterfly. This is the cream one with black tips, and the other one is the purple or lilac, depending on your choice of colour. There are some more of the images from the kit, which you could use for travellers' notebooks. This would make a superb cover for something of that size. Lots of little cut about bits that you can use. There is a fussy cutting page, which I always enjoy. That's just a plain piece of paper there. I have put it together using this card from my stash, which just works wonderfully with the kit. Well, I hope you agree. I think it does. There's another piece from the kit, a whole page there. Absolutely beautiful kit as always from Andrea. I believe this was made to colour by special request. A lady was looking for something purple, whether it be for a wedding or, you know, a keepsake, I don't know, but it's come together beautifully well with the iris and the butterfly. Some more little flowers there. Just gorgeous. These are all A4 sheets, and I've printed them out on 160 GSM computer paper. That's all I ever use, but I do tend to back it and line it to give a little bit of extra strength and quality to the overall project. There's another beautiful piece that you could use as a double page if you so desired. It is just gorgeous and will lend itself to a lot of different projects. I see it's been already advertised very well by Yvonne Preston White, who makes the most splendid journals, which is why I opted for something a little bit different, but nonetheless hopefully in keeping with the kind of projects that Andrea likes to use her kits for. So having said that, the foundation of my project is made up of two, excuse the rustling, two of these A4 sized envelopes. They're not the most expensive. I think I paid £1 for 15, so 80 GSM, so they're fairly standard, I would say. And then all I did was fold one in half just so that you see how it came together. And creased, no measuring or anything. This is the glory of working with something that's a predestined size, if you like. And then all I've done is kept the two flapped areas at the end of the envelopes to either side, folded the two layers of the envelope into the center, and I've not actually used that area as a pocket, but clearly you can. What I wanted to do was use this to reinforce, because inside the flimsy envelopes, to make the covers of the journal a little bit more substantial, I've used cereal boxes. I'll show you what I use. Bixies, it's from Aldi or Lidl, I don't know, one of those anyway, and it's Weetabix, but cut to size. They fit inside the envelope beautifully, and just as I say, afford it a little bit more wear and tear and a little bit more luxury feel in the hand. And that is basically all I've done, and then just decorated using the kit, using a bit of ribbon, using a bit of Chinese border stuff. I can't remember what it's called now. The Chinese trim. Everybody will be out there screaming at me and telling me what it is, no doubt. But anyway, I will get to the main event. I don't want to keep you too long, but I did want to share this wonderful kit with you. This is how my project ended up. You see what I mean by the Chinese trim that goes all around the edges. I've also trimmed back the pages a little bit because I did want this overhang aspect here on the outer or folding edge, so that you can see it is a wallet style folder. I've used a fussy cut butterfly from the edge, a lace butterfly here from my stash, which I've had for ages, some of this very, very fine, it's a green hue of the lovely ribbon that is virtually see-through. She's forgotten the name of that as well, but we won't go there. It's my first video in a while. Organza ribbon. Oh my word. I did rough the edges of the layer that I've used here. I didn't want it to look too pristine, but I'm afraid I'm not one of these lucky people that can just put things together and make it look stylish, so I tend to go for neat and orderly. I'm sure it says something about me, but we won't go there. And then you open up onto the inside, and this is one side of the little folder. I'll put the ribbons back out of the way, and I've made a large tag out of my cardboard and the purple cardboard. The pocket here is part of the design, and it allows you just to fold up and make these side-long pockets very, very easily. These are some of the small components from the kit, and I've just made a little faux pocket at the bottom here, as you can see, using up a scrap of the card, made a decorative edge with a punch, and then added this little tag flip, and that just allows you to slot a lovely little piece into that little tag and just make it look a bit more interesting. And all of it can either be kept as is or utilised for some jotting and journaling if that's what you wanted to do. I've used one of the little tag page pulls here at the top of the tag because I think it looks just as nice on something like this. And there it is, the back all finished. I've got to go around with my glue rubber and try and get rid of some of the bits of glue that got away from me, so to speak. I've then done another border punch around the edge here, and just fussy cut the, if I go out a little bit, fussy cut around the two tones of the butterfly and layered them up, and I think they look quite good there as they stand. This then is what would be the back of the folder, or the outer aspect of the folder, and on the inside here I've made two little pockets, and I've used another punch just to decorate in self colour. Hopefully you can see it there, and a little applique. I've then got one of the little money envelopes. I love these, and inside is a little booklet for journaling. There is no tea stained paper here. It is very much for jottings and thoughts and keeping things safe. A couple of little booklets here, and I've used the page, the lined page from the kit, to line it. So again, there are little dance cards if you need to label them, that kind of effect, where you can also add some little bits and pieces to it if you so desire. Then another tag, which I've not put anything into. I just liked how that looked with the vintage, with the glorious flower. You'll see I have used the Stickles glitter glue here and there, as I do, because I just think it accentuates the finer detail on these tags and just makes them look even more lovely. So that one fits in there. And then in the top I've got a little mat here with just the vintage and the butterfly on it, all on the purple card again. And this time there are not only the larger envelopes, but Andrea has made, and I love these smaller ones, I have to say, these smaller envelopes too, and all you do literally is cut around them. They are still quite sizable, so you can put little bits and pieces in them, little keepsakes that you might want to hold on to, and it really is just a glorious, glorious print there. I just fell in love with it, and as I say, that's unusual for me because I am not particularly a purple person or a pink person, but this has come together so nicely. And even if I say so myself, it looks fresh and it looks nice and clean. Not overly cluttered, because that's another thing that I don't tend to do personally. And then this then is the last page of the trifold, which is what it amounts to. And there are a couple of lined postcards that you can scribble and doodle on to your heart's content. Beautiful, beautiful. Again, the imagery is just, I don't know where Andrea finds her images, but they are stunning. And then I put together this little trifold tag here, and again you can put little notelets in it, you can put little bits and pieces that you might want to hold on to and just keep it safe within that little pocket. I've used some crochet cotton with a silver line running through it to anchor it down, and you literally just wrap and wrap and then tie a little bow to keep it all secure, and that works really quite well without having to I think I did it that way. I'll put it back to where it was when I finished filming, but it's one of those things that if you haven't got great hand coordination and that kind of thing, it all opens very easily and is ultimately very, very usable. So that then is the front again, and we come over to the back, and here I've used a different colour bag. With hindsight, I think I probably should have done it white in keeping with the rest, but I'm not disappointed with how it's come out. And it is just one of the little lunch bags. I've decorated the front, folded up the flap here, put a solitary little butterfly on it with some of the glitter that just jumps off the page at you. Excuse me. made a button with several layers of the card and then a little bit of the design paper with a pearl brad through it as a fastener, just to keep the bag closed. And in here are some more little tags, and I have used the page pulls on these. I just think it's a nice touch. Put the grommet through it, and I thought I had another one, obviously not, and just decorated with a little bit of string. Then I put together this little heart with other leftover bits, and it is just the corrugated card that's lined with one of the tags, so it can be used as a gift tag or as a little note minder. You know, again, it's all down to individual taste and what people use them for when they get this kind of thing. And then inside, excuse me once again, I've got a little plain papered notebook that I've just dressed up a little bit with the card, with the designer paper. I've not done any stamping or anything like that. Then it can be used as a shopping list or a little note keeper, depending on, you know, whatever anybody wanted to use it for, basically. But that is the project as it stands. So I hope you've enjoyed sharing this with me. I have to say, as always, working with Andrea's Artymaze's kits is not a hardship, and I'm sure a lot of you out there already know how wonderful Andrea's Digi kits are. If you don't, then of course I will leave a link below the video that you can follow. It will take you directly to Andrea's channel. She does some great tutorials on YouTube and really has a wealth of knowledge to share, and she's not at all jealous of her craft. She shares with everyone. So I will leave a link to her channel. Once you get there, if you look under the header that says show more, you will find a direct link to Artymaze's store over there on Etsy. This is then the back cover of the page of the little folder, and as you can see, again, I've kept it nice and simple, nice and straightforward. These images are such that you really, apart from adding a little bit of glitter or perhaps some ink around the edges, you really don't need to do a whole lot of work to make them look very tasteful and very gift worthy. But that's my opinion, you know. So thank you as always for sharing this time with me. The organza ribbon just goes one way, oops, and then back around the other way, and then it's just tied off in a little bow, which keeps everything secure and tidy. And even the organza's got a little bit of shimmer to it, which I think is very attractive and sits very nicely on the front of this little folder. So as always, thank you so much for sharing this time with me. I hope I've inspired you. I hope you pop along to Artymaze, check out her YouTube channel and her store. I guarantee you won't be disappointed if you like working with DigiKits and you want to learn how to make additions and freestanding tags and things for projects that you wish to make, and cards. It all slots along into the same arena. Take care everyone, stay safe and well. Bye bye for now.